Hey, how you guys doing? It's Mikey here again with another random podcast. It's 2:15 in the afternoon and it's bright out and feels pretty good. Enjoying a nice cold Heineken, smoking a Black and Mild. A little stoned, just a little. Need to get more. Anyways, last podcast I had to wrap it up fast because I was running out of time, but I wanted to expand a little bit more on my DMT trip and what happened and all that other stuff. So anyways, I told you about how my car transformed into like a spaceship. I explained how the tinted windshield and how it was scanning my garage. But what I didn't tell you are a couple other things. First off, I said in my last podcast that it was 5 minutes it kicked in. I meant to say 5 seconds, and I'm not lying or exaggerating when I say that. I mean 5 seconds, my eyes went, what the fuck? And that night, the second time I did it, I had a friend with me, and we both did it, because he was with me the first time I did it, but he didn't do it with me, but I explained it, and he wanted to do it one night, and I did too, and we did, and he even said himself that it is the craziest experience he ever had in his life, hands down. Same for me, no doubt about it. And nothing I've ever done has beaten that experience. But anyways, I remember him telling me that. First off, we didn't say anything to each other for I don't know. It seemed like an eternity because when you're tripping, time really doesn't mean anything. I know it's really hippie sounding. Oh yeah, what is time? But for real, no joke. What the fuck is time when you're tripping balls? And when we finally could talk, I remember he was saying that my voice was the only thing that kept him felt tethered to this world, kept him sane, I guess, maybe in a little sense. But yeah, he was. I remember looking at my friend. He was just all wide-eyed, drop-jawed. I could see it just in awe. And yeah, same as him, it kicked in. Probably peaked around the same time. He saw the geometric shapes and all that shit. He actually said at one point that he thought and it's not funny, but he thought that maybe he was dying because how, when it kicks in, it's so powerful. If you're not ready for it, you gotta brace yourself. You gotta, set your fucking mind, okay, I'm gonna do this. You have to be prepared. Setting is a lot of timing, and atmosphere is everything with these things too, by the way. I also wanted to expand on a couple more things about my bad trip on mushrooms, because that was, if someone were to ask me what was the scariest moment in my life, it would have been my bad trip on mushrooms. Easy answer. It was scary. I accepted that I was dying. I thought my body was just, these are what I'm feeling, are the stages of my body just giving up. And I told you what I saw on TV. What I didn't tell you is the whole time in my room, I felt any second, I imagined a dark cloaked figure, death, the Grim Reaper, just waiting to just come around the corner. I was just waiting for it. I almost knew it was bound to happen, so I was just keeping an eye out for it. And when I finally snapped out and came to, it was very blissful. It's a humbling experience. And I was talking about I think I experienced what they call ego death, and I mentioned that in the last podcast. I didn't really elaborate. I told you to look it up, but yeah, I mean, it is what it sounds like. It is what it says. You have no sense of self. You don't know, and that's what I said. I said I didn't know what anything meant. I didn't know what my name just sounded like words just coming out of your mouth. What the fuck does any of this mean? Nothing meant anything. Friends, what are friends? The way your appearance. I was because I always wear a beanie, and I questioned that. What the fuck? Why do I always wear this beanie? this is who I am, like kind of like that Fight Club shit, like you're not like the clothes you wear and shit like that, whatever. But when you lose a sense of what any of that fucking means, it's scary and humbling, and just it's probably good for. I think everyone should have an ego death once in their life, maybe a couple times. I wish I just had the money to blow for a ayahuasca ceremony with a couple friends. I wish I just had the money to blow like that and arrange a trip for a couple buddies to have like that experience. I've never done ayahuasca. It's pretty much a way to make DMT active by drinking it. They make it into a tea. It's like some bark mixed with some leaves and blah blah blah, some scientific chemist shit I don't know, but you know, they brew it up, and they say you possibly could shit yourself, and so they give you like a bucket and shit, but whatever. I'm willing to shit myself if it's gonna mean I could maybe see some or communicate with a more intelligent life form. Because yeah, like I said, I didn't see any entities that many people claim to meet in these DMT trips, in these realms. But I said I was probably just a few floors down, 3 doors down, like the shitty band. And but it would suck if I did get that level of highness or whatever, and I meet some being and I'm communicating with it, and it just tells me shit like I already know, like boobs are awesome. Thanks, man. Like that's what I'm going back to the world with. Like boobs are awesome. Fucking my nephew could have told me that. But yeah, no, that would be insane to meet some type of fucking being to like feed you information. Shit, my phone's ringing. How unprofessional. 1 second, guys. Let me take care of this.